Officially
Yo,
started.
what up, everybody? It is the Deep Dive. Episode 10 coming at you live, man, and direct right here on twitch.tv/Lions Den 272. Yeah, that's me. But I got my co-host with me, man. Shmee45 in the building, man. Shmee, what's good with you, man?
That'd be good if the Washington Redskins would have won yesterday. Had to wait till the last second trying to come back.
Ooh,
Look like dog doodle out there. Look like dog doodle.
We gonna talk about it. Cause I got something to say. Y'all wrong for what you done. You're wrong for what you done. I'm just saying, man. He said what he said and got away with it. You don't let the man get away with it like that. But hey, man, we hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday, man. I know we're off to a slow start today, but hey, it's Monday, man. Things happen. We just let it happen. You know, we come right on and we vibe and get it done. You know, it is what it is. But too, man, thank you guys so very much for tuning in to the show. But hey, listen, we want to extend a special shout out to everybody, man, that's hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, man. Over on YouTube, yes, you can catch the deep dive right there on YouTube, man. You can go over there, check us out, hey, and show us some love. But hey, guess what? If you ain't want to sit down and you want to watch it on the big screen, put us up on the big screen and stuff like that, we do have it right here on Spotify as well. On Spotify, yeah, on Spotify, you can come and pull us up. Cares on the go. I got all episodes downloaded. I got all episodes.
Every episode is up. Yep. They are up.
I got it
down.
And
they're all up on the YouTube. We are rolling. Hey, we are all caught up.
And I'm gonna say something, man. We sound good on the mic too, bro. We sound good on the mic. Ain't too many people can say that. Ain't too many people can say that, man. We
like good editing skills.
Editing skills. That's what you're going for. Okay, I bet. Okay.
Hey, I do. Okay. I adjust it. I adjust it on when I'm going through all that. The whole process. I'm watching to see how high it goes as we go through the video, and I put it at a certain spot, so it's just like it's that nice Barry White sound. You know, it's just good for your ears.
You got them real skills. I'm just saying, man. So if y'all need any editing, man, you know, check my man Shmee45 out. He got you covered, man. Don't look at me because I don't know what I'm doing over here. It's half the time my stuff ain't working. So don't answer nothing. Don't ask me nothing, okay? I don't know a thing, man. All I know how to do is put my clothes on and put my hat on backwards. That's it. That's all I know.
I'm self-taught, bro. You can learn.
Hey, yeah, right. I wish so. I wish so, man. It is just not happening. It's just not. Listen, bro. I be all messed up out here, bro. It's not it. But listen, man. We got something. It's even special for me this week too. You know what I'm saying? This is my birthday week, dog. So you know what I'm saying?
You're about to be old now.
Ooh, wee, boy. I'm gonna tell you, I feel it every single morning when you wake up, and if it's your birthday week, and you like me, man, everything be aching, it be hurting. But I'm steady pushing forward, man. You know how we do here, man. Listen, I gotta push forward. But again, man, I'm blessed to be in this week. I ain't made it to the day yet. The day gonna be on Friday, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if I'm able to make it to Friday. You know what I'm saying? Without pulling, you know, I ain't got no hair, but pulling out my beard hair. Let's put it like that. This is what we're going.
You know, pull a hamstring before he gets there.
Not the hammy pull, man.
Hanging up Christmas lights, pulling hamstrings.
Oh man, not the hammy pull, man. But yeah, man, it's the birthday week, so I'm a little bit excited, man. But we gonna get off into these. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stuff that happened on this weekend, especially Sunday. If your team won, raise your hand. We can't. They don't see you raising your hand over there. My team won. My team won. So I'm gonna raise my hand for sure. You already know what it is.
He over here happy when he goes against them. I picked him to win. I picked him to win. He picked him to lose.
I got the shirt on today, man. I got the faithful shirt on today.
My goodness.
I'm just a little bit faithful. I ain't gonna say I'm faithful. I'm a little bit faithful. But listen, man, this right here though shows the essence of you don't go into nobody's house and disrespect their house, okay? This game right here Sunday, man, like I said, it was a wild Sunday. I don't know how many of y'all watched it, how many of y'all seen a lot of stuff that was going on, but man, listen, I don't know who the Raiders think they are, man. I just do not know who the Raiders think they are. Man, look, you're going to go onto their logo, You in Kansas City. Not only that, you in Kansas City. You go into the middle of the field like you've been doing something all year long. I mean, let's get it. Listen, let's get this straight. Raiders, you started out good. You did. You started out, you was hot. Shout out to Room Raider. Anybody seen him, let him know he's welcome to come back. Come on back over to the channel, to the the Discords and wherever else he was, the threads, however he was talking junk. Tell him he's welcome to come on back. But listen, Raiders, you started out good this season. You had a good record. All we heard was hype. Oh, the Super Bowl coming to Las Vegas. It's doing this, it's doing that. But you seen how a little bit cocky you got, right? You done took some downfalls, man. You done had your Henry Ruggs thing happen to you. You got a lot of other stuff. Your coach doing crazy stuff, man. All of that. But then you go to Kansas City. Why you gonna go messing with the Chiefs the way you done? Listen, a 9-4 team. You not that powerful. You go to them. You go to their house. I get it. It's a rivalry game. You go to their house and you jump on the logo. And you don't expect them to smack you the way that they did. So y'all already know how it went down, man. The Chiefs, the Chiefs take out the Raiders, man, 48-9.
Take them out. I don't even know if it's a takeout. That's a massacre. But now we see this a lot though. Like these guys think they could just go dance on somebody's logo. Juju Smith, one of the biggest ones that thought he could dance on logos. You see what happened to him? He's almost a non-heard of player anymore.
Bruh.
I mean, he's like, I'm telling you what, I forget who, I think it was. Wasn't it T.O. it started that? T.O. started that stuff way back when he was a Niner.
But
he was a 49er.
Wait.
He went and danced on the Death Star.
I'm going to defend my boy T.O. right here. We won that game. We won that game.
It don't make a difference, though. Still disrespecting. Look. I mean, I'm cool with T.O. when he was dancing on that thing because I don't like Dallas, period. They did some disrespectful stuff this weekend to Washington. They flew their own benches in to the stadium.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should have.
Washington allowed them to bring their own sideline benches.
I'm just
to the
saying.
Stadium.
You think it has something to do with them? But we're gonna get into that though, because I really want to hear what you got to say about that, because that is something that I would never let happen. But anyway,
I don't even know how they let that happen, bro. But these guys, bro, like I called this before this game even happened, though. I said they were gonna get smacked. I said it wasn't even gonna be close,
man.
They whooped they literally whooped them. Like it wasn't like I watched a little bit of it, then I turned it off. I was like, this. Like they are getting ready. Like I wasn't even into like the whole game.
Yeah.
And I could just feel the atmosphere of that game through the screen. I was like, this ain't gonna be a challenge.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be a challenge for him.
100%. I mean, the thing is, I mean, I guess I don't know what the Raiders are thinking this year. Like, what? I mean, again, you start out good.
I mean, they lost. They did lose. I mean, they did lose their top receiver, and then they lost lost the coach. Then they lost their tight end.
So why you go and do that though?
They need some type of attention.
I was just saying, why you go and do that right there? Like, what's the point of you thinking you that bad to go and jump on somebody's logo like that? I mean, what? I don't know if you was trying to intimidate Mahomes or whatever, but it had to be one player, and I like this player right here, Yannick. I don't even know his name. Yannick. I don't even know how I say his last name. It's crazy. But he
ain't no whoosh.
Whatever. He let
it. Mess it up.
He let it, but then at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is a Raiders thing, though. I mean, it is characteristic of the Raiders.
That's true, but be able to back it up. Be able to back it up, man. Like
you can't back it up. They don't got nothing to back it up with. They just needed something. They just wanted to be in the headlines for something. I mean, that was. You know, they had to be there. They just wanted to be there again, you know, and it wasn't. They were like, okay, so it's not one of our players. It's not one, but it's going to be a disrespecting. This just flows with the rest of our nonsense we got going on. Let's just keep adding to it and make us look like a bunch of piles of, you know.
So we just go see them next Sunday do some dumb shit again. Too?
Yeah, yep.
God
They're gonna run across the field and dump the water on the winning coach's head or something, because they're so confused right now what to do and what not to do.
Yo,
I mean,
that's crazy. That is insane, bro. Like, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, again. This was all on, had to be all on Mahomes and the defense and all the rest of the guys, because again, we didn't see Tyreek Hill really do too much to him. They didn't really do
which
too
was
much to him.
surprising. What was really surprising to me, because I thought Tyreek was like destined for a big game, because he's been kind of quiet in this run that they've been on. So I thought he was going to explode. I even called him as a pick'em. Like when I did my pick'ems yesterday, I called him as a receiver to go. I figured he'd be a receiver that was going to take off and explode, but he wasn't. Like it was wild. I was really surprised that he didn't take off.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, because normally he explodes on people, like, in that. Especially with the Raiders defense and the way that it's set up, like they don't have DBs at all, man. Like
that's what I thought. I was looking at the same thing when I was looking over like the stat lines and stuff like that yesterday. I was like, all right, Tyreek's the guy I'm gonna call to start, and then I got that thrown in my face and it blew up and it wasn't a good day.
It's just
was not a good day.
No, I mean, it was a crazy day in sports for everybody. But again, I think this whole motivation from Kansas City was fueled off of the fact that they just going celebrating their logo at the pregame at that. Like, I mean, we going back to T.O. He did it during the game. It's a difference. You had to hit them while they was down. So I feel like you get up on the team first. You get up on them. You smack them in the mouth. You get them by 21. Then you go dance wherever you want to dance.
I say you just stay off the logo.
Just stay off the logo. I bet you
I'm old school, bro. I'm old school, bro. Like back in the day, that probably get you punched in your mouth.
Yeah, you're right. You right.
You know what I mean? One of them guys ain't gonna sit there and let you go on the logo and disrespect the logo. You getting cold cocked right through your mask. Bonk!
Yeah, that's some old college stuff, man. We see, but
at
beat
the
up
end of
the day, man. I don't know. Again, I just try to think about it while I was watching the game. I'm like, dude, y'all done this, but what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, just to me, like, why add to what you already got going on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, you already got you got bad juju all around you. Like it's circling you, hovering you, coming up from the ground. Like you gotta stop. Like you gotta now you gotta try to be positive.
Terrible.
Like try to push it away a little bit. You know what I mean? Like start trying to find your new identity. Trying to get away from the Ruggs thing. Get away from your coach.
Right.
Get away from the other player that was having threats at the corner that was trying to kill somebody or something. Like push that all. Try to push that away. Don't add to the flame. Don't put more gasoline on it. You know what I mean? And keep it burning. Like, no, that's not what you need to do right now. You need to like hone in and like if I'm David Carr, I'm getting a hold of whoever the first person that stepped on it, I'm grabbing a hold of him.
100%.
Like somebody like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like
100%. This is when the leaders step up, man. This is when I say the leaders got to step up and say something to the person. Like you can't just sit back and be like, all right, man, don't do that again. No, you jack him up. You put him in the corner. You get him inside his life. I don't care if it breaks out to a team brawl. You put his face down in where he sit his ass on his bench and just let him
right.
Know. Listen, man.
That's where you gonna be.
Yeah, don't do that.
You ain't gonna be on the field in a minute.
Like, come on. It's crazy out here, bro. But that's just one of the wildest things that took part in Sunday, man. We seen again the Chiefs just obliterated, like 48-9, dude. Like that's a college score. You don't normally see that in the NFL. But again, we know what it stemmed from, and they just. But I mean, they had to do what they had to do, and that's a great way to respond. If you a Kansas City Chief player, that's a great way to respond. Again, I mean,
100%.
KJ Wright said he didn't understand it. He thought that was probably the reason why. But I'm like, yeah, you know that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? You know that's the reason why. But I mean, at least they didn't end up with some crazy stuff like what took place over in Cleveland, man. Listen. Lamar injured in the loss, man.
He's in the boot, bro.
Jeez. What? Like, okay, Ravens fans, check in, man. Check in. I need all Ravens fans to check in right now. Because are y'all guys gonna show us that we were wrong at the beginning of the season by saying you guys would lose because you had so many players hurt? But are you guys saying, well, we just wanted to show y'all that we could play ball, but getting to the playoffs, now we start to lose more and more people? That ain't the way, man. Like, I don't think, I really don't think that if they lose Lamar right now, man, they in trouble.
Well, Lamar, I imagine they're going to lose Lamar here for a couple weeks. If they already have him in the boot, I know the boot very well. I've been in the boot myself. And typically when you get in the boot, if anything's like wrong, it's typically a 6 to 8 week thing.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not a superstar athlete and I don't have everything that they have, the stupid chambers that they can stick their legs in and all that stuff to heal it quicker. But I know usually, like, if it's anything with that boot is a 6 to 8 week recovery in it. If it's going on, because I know when I dislocated my ankle, I was 6 to 8 weeks just for a dislocation.
Jeez, I know.
And that boot's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, even for the broken foot that I've had, it was that was 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, but that was just a crack. That wasn't even a.
That's what I'm saying. So depending on what he has going on, man, hopefully it's like some ligaments. It might maybe like a little tear, like a high ankle sprain or something like that, and they're just protecting it. But that's huge because they don't have nobody behind them.
But here's my question though: Do we even look at this and say, "Hey, man, listen, Lamar came back from being ill, like sick, ill. Do we say he's superhuman, that he can get down and they'll let him come back and play, even if, or what?"
I mean, I think depending on where they're at right now, sitting. I mean, that was a big loss. That was a big loss yesterday. That hurt the Ravens, in my opinion, in the playoff contentions, because I think they slid a little bit after that loss. I was watching last night. I just can't remember the whole thing that went down because they broke it down. Like, this dude came on. I don't know if you watched the end of the game or not last night, but they had this guy come on. I can't remember his name, but man, this dude broke it down. Like, he had every scenario in his head, and he was just showing you what could happen, where it could go, and they were showing it. And it's not a good thing that Lamar is hurt right now, because when their backup is not going to win for him. Their offense isn't made for their backup. So I don't know where they would go with it. I don't know what they would do, if they would have to tailor the offense towards him or how they would work it. But this was huge for the Browns coming in and winning after losing the one they lost to the Ravens the first time.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big game for them, and that keeps them in the playoffs. And I mean, like I said, it rattled the playoff picture yesterday with that win. Like, that AFC playoff side is really, really a mess right now. It's just as big as mess as the the NFC East. That's why I'm looking to see if I can see it right now. I got the playoff picture.
It's only one place that's got a lot of mess in it, and that's the NFC East. So I don't know.
It's just as bad. It is absolutely just as bad right now on the AFC. With, you have 3 teams. See, the Ravens are still sitting at 4, but that put the Browns on a bubble.
Yeah,
100%. They're sitting like literally with the Bills sliding the way they are. They're not far off. They're tied right now. They're sitting. So this is how bad this race just became with the Ravens losing. So you have 3 teams at 9-4 sitting: the Patriots, Titans, and Chiefs. 9-4, and then it slides to the 4 and 5 is 8-5, which is the Ravens and the Chargers. And then this is how ugly it gets on this backside from the 6 to the 7. There's a tie, and it's a big tie.
Wow.
You have the Colts, the Bills, the Browns, the Bengals, the Broncos, all tied. All tied right now. They all have the same record. From 6 to 10 have the same record.
Yeah.
And then it drops off the rest that are 6 to 6, 6 to 7. But it's just as ugly on the east side, because I mean, you have the Cardinals 10-2, they're number 1, right. And then you got the Packers and the Bucks at 10-3, Cowboys 9-4, Rams 8-4 because they haven't played yet, but they're going to be 8-5 after this week.
Absolutely.
Now you have the Niners making a move here, which they could be easily moving up here with the Rams losing the way they are. They're in 6th, and Washington still holds the 6 and 7 because they hold a tiebreaker. So they're in the 7th spot. But then you have the Vikings and the Eagles, the Falcons, the Saints, all in a tie right now with Washington. All sitting 6 and 7.
That's no doubt that's messy, but like I said, honestly I don't want to see the Browns in the playoffs.
It still is messy on the whole way down. Like these guys, there's still teams that have a shot. That's how bad this East is. You have Carolina 5-8, Seattle 5-8, and then you have the Giants and the Bears sitting at 4-9 with still a chance to get in.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like it's a mess because like I said, the East is going to be wild because we got to play. Well, Dallas has to play the Cardinals yet. So hopefully that's an L for Dallas. But Dallas got all their defense back. So
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. It's messy. It is a messy playoff right now.
Yeah, but no doubt in my mind, this is tough. This is gonna definitely hurt the Ravens.
Oh, man, for sure.
With Lamar being out, because again,
and they don't have a good running back right now.
And I mean, too, with this game, even though it was a close game, I think the Browns they ended up winning it 24-22. You still seen that Browns defense get after him because we knew about the last meeting that they had. He was running Myles Garrett and them all over the field, man. Like that was a good way for them.
The thing is here though too is that you got to look at this is like they did enough. Like they were whooping. I mean, they were whooping the Ravens' butt yesterday.
Yeah,
they were up like 20 points, I believe, at one point. They were way up, like they were up big time. And then the Ravens shut them down the third and the fourth quarter. They didn't score.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like the Browns still aren't good to me. They're still not going to be. If they make the playoffs, they don't run deep because they can't play 4 quarters of football.
But see, this was more so of a get back game for them, though. Like I said, Lamar, the way he done them the last game, man, all those plays, the one where he even went back and Myles Garrett had to look at him and be like, "Yo, it's nothing I can do, bro. You got me." You know what I'm saying?
I gotta correct myself though, like, cause I didn't mean to put this quarterback down because he did his thing yesterday. I didn't realize he did as good as he did.
Huntley?
Tyler Huntley did his thing. He completed 27 of 38 and almost 300 yards passing and a touchdown.
But who else was gonna do anything?
Not Lamar, but I mean,
who else was gonna do anything though?
I mean, Mark Andrews had a good game.
No, man, come on.
He did. He had 11 receptions, 115 yards, a touchdown. Rashad Batman had 7 for 103.
That ain't enough.
It's not good. It's not good. You're only scoring 6 and 3 and 6 points in the second, 3 in the third, 13 in the fourth. But I mean, you're still not playing 4 quarters.
Right. They need Mr. Slippery 100%.
I agree 100% with you. He makes that team run. I mean, that's the oil to the machine. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
This offense. I'm gonna be 100%. I'm going. If he's out, I would like to see what they're really gonna do because they're not gonna be able to run what they typically run. Because Huntley doesn't have the wheels of Lamar Jackson, but I mean he did. Right. I mean he did run 6 for 45 yesterday, which I didn't know he could even run.
That's
had no clue, but that's not Lamar Jackson numbers.
Right. You can't just send that. You can't be a team that goes up there. You can now. You can be a team now that goes up there and just send that pressure, and the ball's going to get turned over because Huntley can't make those plays that Lamar makes. So, right. I mean, it's going to be tough to watch. Again, the Ravens, at the way that they were moving forward, again, they fooled everybody. Because, again, at the beginning of the season, we always like, they're going to be bad, bro. But nah,
they would have been bad, but they're hurt.
Yeah, now we starting to see them go down again. But if they come back, if Lamar is able to get back and will this team to get deeper in the playoffs, that's going to be, I don't even know what you say after that. You might as well put them in the race to win that over there in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Because we know who ain't, and we're gonna get to that too. Well, we're gonna get to that. But this right here, man, listen, you already done touched on it. You done already touched on it. But listen, Mike McCarthy said, I said what I said. We was going to win the game, and that's what we done. I'm just saying. Shmee, you got a lot. I need to hear this. I need to hear what, why, and how. You can start wherever you want to go. I don't at this point, bro. You got to start. I need
the way
to know.
I'm gonna look at this is they didn't. They didn't come out prepared, man. They didn't come out prepared. They started off really slow. I mean, they looked god awful. Like Heineke, this is what I talk about with him. I like the guy. I like how he plays the game. He's a risk taker, but he still has a lot to learn about being smart with the ball. Like you got to learn as a he's got to learn as a quarterback. There's a time and plays there's a time when you can make the extra, you can run and look for that extra play, and then there's got to be that time. Hey, look, I just got to throw the ball away. He threw a couple questionable ones, man. Trying to run out to the outside, trying to throw over the top. Almost threw a bunch of bad passes, almost getting picked off. Like he has to be smarter with the ball. He's putting the ball in bad spots. Like he tells Terry McLaurin, go deep. And then he underthrows him and gets Terry smacked. Gets Terry knocked out of the game.
Yep.
Gets a concussion. Yep. Those are the things you cannot do. You cannot get your receivers set up. You cannot get them in the offensive line. When you look at our offensive line, we've had, I think now 9 to 10 different starting lines. It's not starters. It's not a bunch of starters now. We have a lot of guys out, and that's not excuses. Dallas came in and beat the living pee out of us the first half. First half.
Well, first and foremost, what we need to address is what you alluded to a little.
The benches,
Bruh,
the benches.
Okay.
Look,
is that on? I need to know.
I
need to know if you made a call to find out who let this happen, man.
Look, I'm gonna put it this way. They paid Daniel Snyder a ton of money to do that somehow, some way. And if Daniel Snyder allowed that, they need to make him sell the team instantly. Like there is not a chance. That's the first time in all my life I seen some dumb BS like that. Look, I give the Dallas Cowboys, they're loaded. Their front line is ready to rock. But I'm gonna tell you what. Somebody needs to go over there and just punt Daniel Snyder straight between the legs as hard as they can. Beat him up, take whatever he has, and take the team from him. So they need to kick him straight out the building. I don't care who does it. Just get rid of the man.
So since they brought their own benches to your house, you taking yours to their house?
I don't know what they're doing. Jerry Jones probably wouldn't even allow it. He wouldn't even be that guy. But they'll be like, we let you guys. Jerry be like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's what we gonna say. You ain't bringing that in our house. Ain't gonna be no Washington logos on our sidelines. I already know what Jerry's gonna say. This ain't a two-way street.
Oh my God. Yo,
it's not a two-way street. Jerry Jones would not allow that to come into Dallas country.
I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. He either got paid a ton of money or something. I don't know. He covering up something. Jerry knows something.
But I mean,
and Daniel Snyder ain't trying to go. Daniel Snyder already going to jail. So, I mean, like he's trying to cover something up and trying not to get in more trouble. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
So, because I'm just saying, man, for me, when I first seen the tweet, I was like, whoa, wait,
not a chance I'll let that happen,
I was like,
bro.
What? Like, I was like, no. At first, I thought it was Photoshop because it was, it was from an angle, it was looking, kind of spread outish, and I was like, wait a minute, this ain't real. Then I had to go and I looked, and they went live to the sideline. I was like, it ain't no way in rat's hell would I let that happen, bro. You crazy.
Man, that's what I'm saying. If you one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL.
Listen, if you coming to my house, I don't give a damn if your ass is cold. Your ass cold.
They would have been all right. It wouldn't have been like it was cold.
It is what it is. That's what you got the big bomber jackets for. You can sit on them, tuck them under your butt, and just sit down. It's gonna keep it warm. But I ain't.
Yeah, right.
There's no way one of my sidelines is gonna say Cowboys. Man.
Not a shot.
No.
They didn't just bring in just their benches. They brought their whole sideline get up. They brought the whole
carpet
thing.
was there too.
They brought everything.
Yo, that's so disrespectful, man. So disrespectful.
Look, like I said, I give Dallas the credit. They came in. They're full. They're back to like full strength on that line, right? And Parsons, guy I know personally, I know what he brings to the table because he's been bringing it since high school. When I watched him play 5 minutes from my house, been doing that high school, college, Pop Warner. The kid is phenomenal. The kid's a phenomenal guy. He'll be a mega superstar on the defense, right? But the thing is a lot of like my thing is Washington came out and they were so slow. Like they were so slow. Like they didn't. And I mean, they're at this. I don't think they could really prepare either for what was going to come with having all those guys back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have all those guys back. Now Parsons can go wherever he wants. He's going to be all over the place. You're not going to be able to pick him up because they move him so much.
Yeah.
Now, that's the thing, is our line's not made to do that. Our line is beat up, broken, battered. I think we tied a record for the most starting lines in a season.
Yeah.
Which next week we'll break that record. So, I mean, when you have that, there's not really any cohesiveness there. And we seen them come back out the second half, and they've been doing this kind of in this little run they've had. They've been second half playing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say Washington's not going to make a deep run. They're not built to make a deep run because they can't play football from the start. Right. They had to come back. And then they're also, you got to see yesterday, they've never, in this last 4 games that they've won, they've never been down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they've never been down. Yesterday, you had to see what they can do in adversity. Tyler, I like Tyler, what he brings, but he's not the starting quarterback.
Oh, that's tough coming from you though, because I mean,
but he's not. I'm being realistic. Like I'm looking. Yesterday, when I watched him, I watched that whole game. Watched the whole game, and what he was doing yesterday is a backup.
But listen,
You're making too many bad plays.
I think it was just a little minute ago we was talking about pay that man, right?
I believe he should be there. I believe he should be there. Don't get me wrong. I think he's earned his right to get a contract and be there, but I don't think he's a starter. I think you need to get something better.
That's tough.
You have to get something better, and I believe if you can get something better where he can learn from and understand what he's going through, like you say, you bring Russell Wilson in. Russell Wilson can teach him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Heineke's not going to be around for forever. He's already, I believe, 29, 30 years old. But he can learn from somebody or bring a veteran quarterback in that's played and been there. We don't have a veteran on there unless like even Fitzmagic. I mean, I haven't even seen him on the sideline, so I don't even know.
He done.
Well, I know he's done, but I'm saying he could be on the sideline teaching this kid, like, hey, look, you gotta get your head. As soon as you make that bad play, you gotta erase it.
But I don't think
he's not. But he's not an eraser. He's not an eraser. You could see when he makes those throws how much it affects him. That dude was like 2 for 15 at one point in time.
I mean, but you do have to look at this game, and you can't take anything away from Dallas's defense because again, I watched most of it.
This is a good defense.
Listen, when you got Michael Parsons dropping back 30 yards, almost intercepting the pass, like come on,
that's normal to me. I've seen him do this since
this dude is like
back in the day.
They're ready. Like they're literally ready now.
They're lit. And this is what I was talking about earlier. And when I talked about this earlier in the season, and I seen it coming back together. And I never knocked I never knocked their defense. Their offense is where I've been knocking them,
right?
Because their offense isn't playing good. I don't care what Dallas fans around, what anybody says. You can't tell me your offense is playing good. When you look at Dak's numbers from the first half of the season to now, Dak's playing like poop.
I mean, He
Dak
threw
ain't
under
playing
40
good.
passes
You
yesterday,
ain't
so
got
that's a plus.
you ain't got whatchamacallit, and you got Zeke not running the ball well. You know what I mean? But it's a thing. No, I'm a realist. Munch. I'm a realist on this. Like, you gotta learn how to be a realist with your team. Like, I get your team. I back my team 100%. But my team got beat yesterday. My team got outplayed definitely on defense. So there was no playing it safe at all. Heineke threw balls into your hands and you guys just didn't catch them. You guys could have probably beat us by more. But you got to look at it as how they're playing. Your defense is at full strength now. You guys are going to be a problem in the East. It's 100%. You guys are the best team in the East right now. 100% that Dallas is going to make a run if they stay healthy. They don't lose anybody from that front line, and Parsons can move wherever he's at. Boy, and then you got Diggs out there doing his thing.
I mean,
you guys have pieces, but it's got to be now. It's got to be the offense, because there should be no reason, the way Washington played yesterday, that they shouldn't even put up 20 points.
Right.
They shouldn't even got close to coming back.
Right now, the way they playing, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm only looking at one loss on their record. One loss out of the next 4 games they got, and that's the Cardinals. That's the Cardinals. Like, I know the Cardinals can match.
I mean, they still got to play a bunch of division games though.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, no matter what you look at in the East, it don't matter. It has no. I don't care if these guys, if Dallas has got an undefeated record and they had to, and then they play the East, they are going to have to play the East, and it don't matter what your record is in the East. It is ridiculous when it comes time for that East. Yeah. You got to play the Eagles. You got to play Washington. Like, their schedule, team schedules. Like this, I get blown away. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen on a schedule. I've never seen so many division games at the end of a season. Because they got what? They got 2 weeks until they see Washington again. Washington goes down there.
Yep.
Right? They got to face Washington, has to travel to them, but they got to play the Giants next week. Then then Washington comes to them. That's actually the day after Christmas, so hopefully I get like a late Christmas present there. And then they gotta go. Then they gotta play Arizona, and then they gotta finish up with the Eagles. So you're talking. Well, let's see. So you're talking 1, 2, 3 division games out of your next 4 games.
Yeah.
And we all know how it goes. I don't see it. I don't see a 4-0 happening.
Nah, the Cardinals
don't see a 4-0 happening.
I got to ride with the Cardinals.
I'm saying out of their last 5, the Cardinals are giving them an L. Cardinals are giving them an L.
Just because they're in my division. I got to root for them on that scene. And then because I don't like the Cowboys, too. I'm one of the Cowboy haters.
Like I said, the only team out of this NFC East that don't play division games down the stretch is going to be the Giants. They only play like 1 or 2 more, and that's it.
I gotta go with my boys on the NFC West. You know what I'm saying? I gotta tell them to win. Although, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if the Cowboys were to beat them, I would love it, because again, that gives me better chance to get where I need to get to. But since you guys are sliding and stuff like that, we just gonna keep doing what we do. But the Cowboys, again, they're starting to be in that scary form. They're starting to be in that scary form. I said this a little bit earlier when we first started, our podcast and stuff like that. Cowboys are a threat. The Cowboys are a threat at this point.
Yeah, I mean, especially at full health. If they can get their offense clicking and stop throwing the ball, like, I believe 100%, if they stop throwing the ball 40, 47, 50 times a game with Dak and get something moving, getting that, if they can get their offense balanced and get Zeke moving. I know his knee's banged up. I know they didn't have Pollard, but they got to figure out how to get that run game going and take some of the stress off of Dak. And I think that's why Dak is doing as much as he's trying to do, and he's putting balls in the bad places.
Exactly.
Like that one yesterday, he threw, I don't even know where it was going. He threw it straight to like Landon Collins. Like, I was like, whoa, where are you going with the ball, bro? Like, I'm like, dang, that was far. That was.
Now, if they get Pollard back and they get that running game.
I mean, that other guy they had yesterday wasn't that bad. Yeah. I mean, that guy actually, that boy had they had some boys moving. That boy was moving yesterday. He did that hop jump. I was like, boy, it's like he just jumped for like 6 yards. I was like, you might have to figure something out. Like this might need to be a third down back or something. Like change the pace back.
So we starting this. So what you're saying? We starting to see them may even get into the groove of where the next man up is going to be a good factor for them.
It could be. I mean, and like I said, it is one of those things. Like I said, I know Parsons personally. I've known this kid since he's played Pop Warner. I've known him, watched him play through high school. Like their field was 5 minutes from my house. I've watched this kid play at Penn State, watched him come up, and knew he was going to be good. I was hoping Washington would take him. Not gonna lie, I would have loved to have the kid. And I mean, like I said, he's a problem, and we have a lot of stuff. Like I even said it. Like I said, we have a decent defense. We don't have a great defense. We're not
That's
built for great teams. We're not great. We're not built for great teams yet. We need linebackers. We need some corners. You know what I mean? Our defensive line is beautiful, but we're hurt.
Yeah.
We're actually the next man up on the D line now. We lost James Williams. I don't know how long he's out. So that was another part of defense that we were missing. Mm-hmm. But I think honestly this falls solely on offense here.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Heinicke, like he's like I said, he's gotta lock in and understand. Look, you gotta throw the ball away sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that play's dead. Just let it go. Throw it away. Get the ball out of there. Move to the next play. But like I said, one of his biggest things that I'm starting to see is he can't let the play go.
Yeah,
he can't move, and he can't move in. But that's what happens when you're typically a backup to not being. You don't have that veteran around you to explain. Hey, look, it's next play, move on. Yeah. You made a bad play, move on. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things that he's got to grow into. Like I said, he's got potential to be very good, but he also makes a lot of bad mistakes, and he tries. He does. It was kind of him and Dak doing the same thing yesterday, trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, and for him to get pulled, for him to get pulled in this game, it actually showed that he, when he's in the face of adversity, he can't handle that.
Yeah, he's not handling it.
He can't. And
that was a good thing to see because like I said, he really hasn't had to see it yet. When he's been 4-0, he hasn't really had to play from behind the last couple games. So that was good to see. But you also really got to see, like, I mean, there was a play I watched. He had a receiver on the sideline. He had a receiver right in front of him, and he had another guy like short, like maybe 3-5 yards right there. He had 3 wide open receivers and threw it deep.
Wow.
The guy was sitting at the pole for a first down.
Wow.
This guy was sitting at a first down. He was probably short at first down, but he still would have gained like 5 yards. All you had to do is flick it to him. Didn't throw to any one of them. I actually think that might have been the one where he pointed Terry to go deep and then underthrew him.
Wow. And
got Terry knocked out because Terry had to make a play for the ball. So that's the things that I was seeing yesterday. He was missing on throws. He was just, I just don't think he's going to be your guy. He's not your franchise.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Again, that's tough for y'all to take that loss. Because again, going into it, when we made the picks on the last show, I definitely said I was for sure you guys are gonna win it. Because I'm like, Cowboys have been slipping here and there. They're iffy about the season, the things that they're doing. So I was for sure like, okay, Cowboys probably gonna take this. But it looks like we were wrong. Mike McCarthy said what he said. He said we was gonna get the win. They came in, they got the win. They brought their stuff with them. They packed their bags and they left. So again, I don't know, but Washington got to go into this thing. And first and foremost, address the issues with the other team bringing the stuff to the stadium. That can't happen. But then you got to go in and you got to reevaluate some things and be like,
I wouldn't be like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Allen gets to start next week.
He probably will. Probably will, man. I mean, who knows? But again,
and I'm not comfortable with any of those guys because I believe both those guys are backups.
At this point, man, y'all are at a 6-7 record, so it's sliding.
I mean, you still got to playoffs. They still got playoffs, but they gotta understand what's at stake. I don't think they understand it. I honestly don't think that offense understands what's at stake. With it, I mean, to be so slow to come out like that. You can't do that in the division. You can't. It don't matter what team you are. That could have been Dallas. If Dallas comes out slow like that, they take an L.
Yeah.
Eagles come out slow like that, they take an L. Like nobody can come out and in the East, you got to come out, man. You got to come out swinging and ready to knock the next man's head off. Right. Like that's just how it works in the East.
Again, it's gonna all boil down to if they can understand the assignment. But I can tell you one team that
they didn't yesterday.
I can tell you one team that understood the assignment yesterday. Yeah, they understood the assignment. You want to know why they understood the assignment? Because if me talking trash about my squad equals them winning games, count me in, G. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it right here on the deep dive. If y'all
might
don't
have
hear
to start
it
going against them soon.
Where else? If y'all don't hear this nowhere else, know that I'm a diehard 49er fan. Red gold till I'm cold. But if it keeps me talking trash about this team for them to get wins, that's what I'm gonna do, man.
Right.
Because at the end of the day,
whatever work. I'm with you. I'm superstitious just like you. So I'm with you. Like I even had the same clothes on, and then I realized, you know what? I put the wrong shirt on underneath my jersey yesterday.
Again, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still not impressed with my team. I'm not. No, I'm not at all. Yeah, we won the game 26-23, but it had to be in overtime. We shouldn't have had to win it in overtime. Now, here's where I'm going on my rant right now. Listen up, everybody. We went up on this team. We was up on them 20-something, 20 to 3, 6, or something like that at one point. Listen, I didn't even watch the game. Just tell y'all how bad it was. I was skimming the game. Like I told y'all, I watched the game with one eye open, one eye closed. That's what I do. When we start getting down like this, I don't need the heartbreak. Listen, I'm 40 years old, be 41 Friday. I don't need all this in my life. My stress level needs to be down. Bro. It need to be down, okay? I can't stand to watch Jimmy G. This man, 27 completions out of 41 passes. Do I want to watch that? No. Okay. Nope. It just lets you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a backfield right now. I got Deebo Samuel back. I got him running back, wide receiver. Hell, he probably playing DB too. I don't even know at this point. But still, I do not want to go up on the team by a lot of points. And then I turn around and I look at the scoreboard and I'm like, what the hell are y'all thinking, man? Like, it's just tough. It's tough watching the 49ers. It's tough. Again,
I mean,
they're winning games.
I think it's tough watching anybody right now, bro. There's just so many teams that get these high scores that can't hold them.
But I'm just saying, bro, like they winning the game. Don't get me wrong. They winning the game, bro. But at the same time, I got a method to my madness here. Some people should be like, oh, you should be cheering them on. You got your faithful shirt on. I got it on because it's Victory Monday, okay? It's Victory Monday. I won. I woke up this morning, my blood pressure was right. I had my cup of coffee. I was good to go.
I'm done with you, bro.
Listen, man. I'm serious. I had to check the score. I looked at the score and said we won. I said, you know what? I'm putting on the red today. You know what time? It's going to go off, though. As soon as this show go off, we go off air, guess where I'm going to be? I'm taking it back off. I'm putting it back where it was, and I'm talking more trash. Because, again, I have not bought into the fact that we can get in the playoffs, get where we need to be, and be in the Super Bowl. Do I think we're a Super Bowl contender team? Nope. Hell no. Not at all. No way, man. Because at the same time, again, Elijah Mitchell's hurt. We got a lot of people hurt. Kittle come back. Yeah, Kittle's finally doing what he does. 13 attempts with 151 and a touchdown. Like, I love to see it.
15 targets yesterday.
I love to see it. But again, let me remind y'all, the game would have never went into overtime had my kicker, Robbie Gould, who's been in the league for God knows how long, misses a 47-yard
He got bear juju. He got bear juju, bro. He got bear juju.
Listen, it's just, I don't understand, man. I just don't understand this, man. It's just crazy to me. Like, how in the world? Like, how do we get to that point? How do we get to that point?
I asked the same question about Washington, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I asked that same question. You know, like, I don't know if they want to keep fans or if they want to kill their fans, because both our teams doing it to us. And as you get older, you can't handle all that.
Right.
Your heart can't handle it.
Right.
Like, we're over here sweating like we're in the game. Like, they gotta stop. They gotta stop.
Listen, man.
They gotta play 4 quarters 4 quarters.
I told you going into this game, man, the Bengals are real. I don't care what nobody said.
Oh no, the Bengals have legit. I think the Bengals are super close. I think they're missing a couple pieces. Like, don't get me wrong. I think they got a good squad, but they're missing a couple pieces. They got the receivers, they got the running back, they're working on the line. I think it's on the defensive side of the ball where they need to get fixing.
Right. Because
you know what I mean? They got a couple pieces over there. They're not far from being a dangerous team coming out of AFC.
It's tough, man. Again, it's just tough watching my 49ers, man. You never know what you're gonna get.
You guys got a ton of injuries, though. I mean, a ton of injuries, like big players too. I mean, you're missing your best linebacker. I mean, that's huge.
At the end of the day, we can have all the injuries in the world, but we know Shanahan's play calling is not winning worthy.
That's why he's not in Washington.
Why do I I just don't understand. You go in your playbook at the beginning of a game, you go hard. I mean, boom, boom, boom. Like, come on, man. And then at the end of the game, you get comfortable, you let up. Don't let up.
That is one of the things. I don't know if that irks me so much in the NFL. You see these teams, they bang them, they bust them, like they put the game away early,
right?
And then they go in the conservative coast mode. They stop blitzing. They stop doing all these little stunts and stuff. Like, why? Because you got 20 some points up on them.
Yeah.
Nah, man, hang them. Hang them just like the Chiefs did yesterday. Let your kahunas fall and go get them.
Facts.
Finish the game.
Step on them. Keep stepping on them. You step on them until they turn into mush. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Finish it, bro. I just don't understand. That drives me crazy.
But again, you know, like I said, I think the Bengals are playing in Cincinnati, so they were like, you know, we don't really want them to win. But again, like I said, we let off the gas, and Brandon Ayuk came through in the end, man, with the touchdown. I did, however, see that. Which
it's nice to have him coming around again too. Right. I mean, that's the thing.
And see,
I mean, it's kind of going to help. I think this is where you get the help. It's going to help Samuels be able to do some different things. If you got Ayuk, you got Kittle coming back. I mean, you're getting little bits of pieces back here that are going to help them down the stretch. And this is the time that you want those guys coming back.
Right.
And now if you can get your defensive players back healthy, I mean, you're not getting what's his name back because he's out for the year, right? The other your DN. Who's the big DN out there? I can't think of his name.
Javarsky?
He's got a brother in the game too.
Oh well, see.
Oh my God!
Just tell y'all where I'm at with the team
Bosa,
this year.
Right, Bosa. You got a Bosa on your team, right?
Yeah, Bosa.
Ain't he hurt?
No.
Right now?
No.
Oh, I thought he was hurt. Maybe I'm thinking Fred Warner. Then Fred Warner's your other guy that's hurt.
Fred Warner's coming back. He was only out 2 weeks. He should be back next week.
And I mean, that's huge. He's all over the field, man.
But you forgot. I got a DN that you had who's trash. He's always trash.
What was that?
I don't even want to say his name.
What's his name?
Whatever the heck he is, Norman. Whatever.
Oh, you got that's a DB, not a DN.
He trash. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's why he's been going.
Burn me every week.
When he left Carolina, that was the end of his career.
Listen, man. It was horrible.
He is a system guy.
Horrible.
System.
Horrible.
Terrible ain't even a word for that man. Get him retired. Sit him down. Go coach something. Go do something.
I'm just saying, listen, man, we got the Falcons coming up. We got the Falcons next Sunday. We got the Falcons coming up Sunday. Now, we just seen what the Falcons did to Carolina.
The Falcons gonna be a problem, I think. Here.
If the Falcons beat me, bro, y'all can just cancel the show. We ain't doing the show no more. We ain't doing the show.
He might not do the show no more. I'm doing the show. Don't let him fool you, bro. Like, we ain't stopping this.
Nah, we ain't doing the show no more.
No, but honestly, when you're talking about Atlanta,
my screen will be black. This is exactly what y'all see.
Atlanta has been coming around, which is weird. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't been decent. You know what I mean? They haven't been good.
Right.
But they stuck with the Bucks 2 weeks ago. And now they beat Carolina. They're in the playoff race. We've been trashing this team all year. And this team is now in the playoff race.
Yeah.
I think we gotta stop trashing them, bro. I think we got to stop talking about him because I think that's what's happening. We
I'm
talking
telling you,
about him and like, nah, we coming out.
listen, everybody,
Kind
this is
of
the
like the
method.
same thing you got going on with your boys. You
Right.
talking mad crap about them, and now they're winning.
This is the method to the madness. So y'all listen to this and y'all take it from your boy Lions.
I think I'm about to start talking about my team too.
Just start trashing your teams right now. If your team's losing, if you're out there and you're listening, out there in listening world, if your team's losing, start trashing them right now. Start talking stone cold trash. Tuck your jerseys, tuck your hats, and put everything away. Pull it out. Don't only wear it on the day that after they win. Don't even wear it on Sundays. Don't even wear nothing near the color. Just talk trash about your team. Wait till the fourth quarter is over and it says victory. Then you go the next day. You pull out everything you got, put it on, wear it for about 30 minutes to an hour, put it back up, start talking trash again. I'm telling y'all, it works, man. It works.
So here's the real question: how drunk you gonna be on the show if Atlanta beats them?
If Atlanta beat us,
it's gonna be an early morning. You gonna fall out the chair, go night night on the couch behind you.
All y'all gonna see, if you're watching it live, you will see a black screen on the side. It will be. You will hear my voice. You will not see my face. That's all you're gonna hear.
I can't with you right now.
The defeat will be real, dude. I will not. I will not repeat. I will not show my face on the show. Mark my word. I will not. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But again, man, it's just wild. Again, we pulled out a victory. We're still in the race, which makes it. Well,
you're not far off being up in the 5th seed.
Yeah,
another win with another Rams loss, which could easily happen because I don't know what they're doing over there. Yeah, they got the God squad, but that's the thing I talk about all the time. I don't give how good you got it, how great your players are. If they can't mesh, that's just how it is.
Hey, and that's a good way to bring us to this next topic we get ready to talk about right now, man. Hey, listen. Bills Mafia. You had a chance. Tom Brady
Did they
goes
really?
for 700 TD pass on you guys. His 700. You had a chance. A lot
of TDs.
You had listen. You had your chance. Listen. This game was won in overtime too. Don't get me wrong. It was won in overtime too. But Bills, when you're playing a team like the Bucks, you got to start out with your foot on the gas. You can't be driving the Pinto trying to floor it. The Pinto only goes 3 miles a second. You understand? No, wait, not even 3 miles a second. What is it? How you make it go? How fast does the car go? 3 point something miles. I don't even know, but a Pinto don't go that fast.
It's usually seconds.
Okay, so guess what? Get out your Pinto, get in your Ferrari. That's how you gonna play with the Bucks. But at the same time, man, they started out slow. Josh Allen again trying to get it together. The Bills trying to get it together. Listen, I don't understand. They did, however, come back. It was 24-10 at one point. They came back and they pulled a game, take it to overtime, but you facing Tom Brady. This
is defense, though. I don't think it's the offense. This is all defensive woes right now.
Again, you facing Tom Brady. You put him in a tight game situation. We've seen this time and time out, man. Come on. Put this man in a tight situation. He going to show you what's real. You don't go into overtime with them. With a team like the Bucks, you got to beat them from the start.
Right.
You got to beat him from the start. You don't want to give this man any extra chances with the football. And that's exactly what they done. Well, they actually gave him too many chances because he was winning the game. He was like, listen, but you battle back. To play from behind, you got to play in front of this team. So, again, Bills, I don't know what to say. Bills Mafia, again, the Bills are one of the teams that I picked from that side to I thought this year was going to be the it team. It's just not looking like it. It's just not looking like it right now, man. I mean, I don't even know how many losses is that for them going into that game on Sunday, and then you turn around and lose again.
That gives them 6 losses right there.
Sheesh.
They're almost falling to 500 here. But like I said, I think a lot of this comes to their defense, man. I think their defense has lost their identity with losing Tre'Davious White, like that. Having that lockdown corner is a big part of their defense, and not having that has been. You've seen it, like it's like done something to that defense. That defense is not confident. Their offense did their thing yesterday. I mean, Josh Allen is their whole offense. It seems like right now, though, which is not good. That your quarterback is running for 109 yards.
He did his Dak impersonation, man. He threw 54 balls, bro.
54. I know, and that's what I'm saying. And ran the ball 12 times. This man had over 400 yards by himself.
Like, come on, man.
Like there's gotta be something. I don't know, man. And it's not like the receivers weren't catching the ball, because they were all catching the ball. There was a bunch of guys close to 100 yards.
Yeah.
But you can't. This can't be it. Like, you can't have your guy throwing 54 yards, 12 and rushing 12 times. He ain't gonna last. Not gonna last. You're gonna go end up getting smacked and not go to the playoffs because you're gonna lose your quarterback.
It's terrible. It's just so terrible. But we know the Tampa Bay's offense is explosive, though. We've seen Leonard Fournette have 100-yard games. The last 2-3 games, man. This dude is going crazy. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate you keeping me in the fantasy standings at number 1.
I'm starting to question the Bucs defense, though. Do you start questioning the Bucs defense with letting teams come back and sticking around? Like, we've seen the Falcons stick with them.
I mean,
we're seeing a little trend here where these teams are being able to come back.
Listen,
like I don't know. I don't like that from a deep playoff caliber team.
But you got to look at it like this, though, too. You got to look at it like this, me. If your offense is scoring, that's keeping the defense on the field, so it's keeping them tired. So that's going to help the other team gets back into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, the Bucs offense scores. Like, they literally take it down the field, score, get the defense back on the field. So, I mean, you got to look at it like that, but then at the same time, I don't know. You still got to question it, though, because if that's going to be something that they're doing, we got to worry about this getting to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are going to kill them if they get to the playoffs and they keep doing that. Like, I mean, if they got to play the Chiefs, I mean, I think the Chiefs go off on that. I mean, you let the Falcons that has really no offense hang with you.
Listen,
now the Bills come back from being down a chunk. I mean, look at it. I mean, you're talking down over 20 points. Over 20 points. They come back. They scored 3 points in that, and then you give up, and then they give up 3 they gave up 7 in the third. They blanked the Bucs in the third, and then they go off in the fourth quarter and drop 17 points.
But I mean, if it ends up being, let's just put this out there, we ain't saying that the Super Bowl gonna be the Chiefs and the Bucs again. Don't get that.
No, because there's way too many good teams.
Yeah, it's too much going on. I think for myself, the Packers got something to say about the Bucs anyway. But you know, if it gets down to the Chiefs Bucs Super Bowl, we know the Chiefs defense ain't like that. So especially playing good teams, and against Tom Brady, it'll be a high scoring game. But at the end of the day, the Bucs need to get it under wraps and say, listen, man, we got to do something, because if we putting up points like this, we want to blow the team out. We want to make sure that they're not giving. I don't think you can't be giving up 21 points.
17 in the first quarter. The fourth quarter. You can't be giving that stuff up in the fourth. Like, it's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. That's bad. That's bad football, man.
Oh, it's real bad.
Not in the fourth.
That's real bad. That's bad football. You know, you don't want nothing to do with all that, man.
I mean, that put them in the overtime. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta close that out, man. You can't just go. This is that stuff. It's like you see a lot of these teams. They get hot. They're either hot in the first 2 quarters, and then they go cold. Right. Which the Bucs did. They went cold. They got a goose egg in the third and only 3 in the fourth. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the type of football that I'm talking about, and there's a lot of it. They're not the only team. I mean, Washington did it yesterday. Dallas gave up 20 points to Washington in the second half,
right?
And they were blowing them out. Like, that's the stuff. Like, I feel as if you're a good team, you're not doing that. You're not you're not allowing anything in that fourth quarter. Like, you can't. Like, that's where championships are going to be won in the fourth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We see that all the time. Again, there's always 2 halves to a football game. and you got to play them. So, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
you do, especially in the NFL.
Exactly, man.
You don't want to play that other team. Sure is going to come back and try to do something.
Exactly. And that brings us to this particular game that happened last night. Listen, man. Rodgers still owns the Bears.
I thought we were going to have a game. I thought we were going to have one, man. They came back, got close. But I'll tell you what, boy, that number 12 is something else, man. That man is special, and he ain't even healthy.
Ain't he, though? That man got a bad, stinky toe. What you mean?
He got a funk toe. He got a funky toe out there throwing that thing. Man, that man was jump throwing balls deep.
I watched this game, man.
So did I. I had the whole. I was watching the rest of it because I seen him get close, and then I was like, I'm gonna put this on in Discord and watch it.
The return by my dude, though, I thought that broke like when he did that, I thought that broke Green Bay's spirit because it actually surprised me on how he switched directions and hit the sideline.
That boy was moving,
and blew out like everybody. Just bye. I'm out of here.
She hit that gear,
you
bro.
Know what I'm saying? I was like, Green Bay in some trouble right now, man. But then at the same time, I had to come back down to reality and be like, listen, they got number 12 over there. You know what I'm saying? He known to do these Tom Brady type things. You know what I'm saying? You give him too much time and he gonna burn you up. And before you know it, man, I turned around and I looked. This man throwing it deep down the field of Devontae Adams. Boop, dropped it in between two guys. I was like, listen, oh boy, it's a problem out here, Bears. Like, y'all got to get it together. And I think with this, with the particular game, like in the situation that happened, the Bears got too excited. They got too excited and was like, we got this. We gonna win this game.
I don't know if you caught it, but did you see? I think they sacked Rodgers, and the dude did like the gun thing and pulled out and did the bang bang.
Yeah, you don't mess with this now.
And then it was like, soon as he did that, it's like Rodgers like, all right, I'm done playing with these dudes.
Yeah, bet.
He hit the switch. It was like, whoop, whoop.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, when you talk about that 103-yard return, I miss those, man. I wish they put kickoffs back to where they were. I know they're doing it for safety precautions, but man, plays like that, they get you excited. Mm-hmm. You don't see him as much as you used to. Like before they did that, you had the Devin Hester's doing that craziness. Like seeing that go off, that man was moving.
Yeah.
And seeing him score like that, I was jumping for him. I'm not even a Bears fan. I was like, oh my God. I'm over here like, oh my God, that boy just went the whole opposite way, turned it on, still had. I was like, yeah, I would have died as soon as I made that last turn. Been falling down, dead, out of breath. They would have to bring the oxygen tank to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was exciting though. That was just exciting. The way he done it, man. To change it. Like when he did that, I was like, listen, man, it's this. That's a different breed, right?
It shows you how valuable a kick returner is to a team.
That's true. That is true.
And it just sucks that part of the game is not as it was.
Right.
But I mean, seeing Rodgers, I was watching Rodgers. And just he was effortlessly, bro. Like he just effortlessly, he was like, look, I'm done playing with them. I let him stick around. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like what happened. Like it felt like he was like, yo, I'm done. I'm done playing with them. They got cocky. I'm gonna put him to sleep and show him that daddy's here. Yeah, bro. He came, shoot, bang, boom. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He was like that jump throw he had right there. I was like, man, how did that not hurt your toe? Bro, he jumped up and said, boom, put that thing right on that boy. I said, oh my God.
He is the man for doing that, bro. If you ever just really watch Green Bay football a lot, man, you'll see Aaron Rodgers makes throws that I even wonder how he's able to throw the ball in a sidearm fashion.
But he understands the game. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's like he understands where people are going to be, where they're going. Like he got that Peyton Manning mind. Like he's super dumb smart. You know what I mean? Like they see everything. They know what's moving, where it's going.
Right.
Will they make their occasional bad throw? 100% they're going to, because nobody's perfect.
100%.
But they know where people are going. They understand how fast they are or how they're moving. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's not dumb. He come up to the line and he'll give you the just to see if you move and show your defense.
Yeah.
He is the man for that stuff, and I don't think a lot of people realize how big that is for a quarterback to be able to do those things.
Yeah, I mean,
and make a defense just like boop, like oh,
it's
he
weird.
got us.
It's weird, but he does a great job at it, man. And for him to come back again, 4 TD passes, but this right here is what really set Green Bay apart for me. Now, we've seen them be without Devontae Adams this year, without Aaron Rodgers, like they without Randall Cobb right now, who was torching teams just a couple weeks ago, torching them. So
I think you got that guy. I think Lazard is one of those guys, man.
But that's the thing with Green Bay, man. They have that mentality that no matter what happens to us, it's next man up, and we're gonna get it done. Like you just seen it. Well, we knew the Bears couldn't just lock down Devontae Adams. He hit them with double move left and right. But at the end of the day, they went crazy on him. Yeah, they gave up 30 points. That's still kind of bad because, I mean, with Green Bay and the defense that they have, you would think that they're supposed to be having more. And then, but their defense did show up. We had, who was it? Rasul Anderson. He had didn't he have 2 touchdown pick sixes?
Yeah, he had one pick six. He had one pick six last night, and he had a forced fumble, I believe it was.
See what I'm saying? So that's tough.
And then he had a bunch of deflects.
And that's why I say this too. You know, we when it comes to that NFC Championship game this year, if it ends up being Green Bay and Tampa Bay, that's gonna, for one, it's gonna be the revenge game. The revenge game, because there was a lot of bad calls in that one last year when they were playing. There's a lot of flags that weren't thrown, so they're gonna have that in the back of their mind. But at the same time, we're gonna have to work them, and we already know that Aaron Rodgers and the deal that he has on the table. We don't know what in turn all that has in on writing, but if he gets to that point, I think they push past to try to win that championship, and then he's out of there. He's gone. Mm-hmm. What better way to go?
I mean, well, I like really what they're doing too. Like I think this is one of those things a lot of people aren't paying attention to, and it's the backfield they got going. They have Aaron Jones and Dillon rotating now, so you're getting a shifty guy, you're getting a bunch of different guys. You know what I mean? You're getting that shifty. Can downhill run, but he's got the skills. He's got the skills to make it. He got that. Dillon reminds me of Jerome Bettis in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
How he could get up in there and then he could just bounce out and take off, just like that. And then you got Jones. Is just straight downhill runner, and I really think this is something that we're not used to seeing. We're not used to seeing Green Bay run the ball and put that on there. But they had 20 between the two. They had 20 touches last night and over 100 yards. Like I'm taking that. That's another element that makes Aaron Rodgers even that much more dangerous.
100%.
Now you have to defend the run. You're not just defending the pass. You got to defend the run. That's 5. They had 5 touchdowns between the running and passing. So now you're defending both of those things. And then you have what I liked last night. What they did with Lazard too was huge. Lazard's he's a good blocking receiver, and they take him down this route. They take him down. I pay attention to a lot of dumb stuff, but they tend to take him down this route, and they bring him down inside. He's usually cracking like a DN or something or a linebacker all the time. So when they see him, he goes last night. He does a fake go. He goes inside like he's gonna block, and he comes back out to the outside. There was nobody there for him.
Right.
Nobody. Right. Wide open to the outside, catching the ball. Like it was nuts. I was like, this man catching the ball. There, like I was like, it was nice to see it though, because you got to see, hey, look, that okay, well, we don't have Cobb, but these next guys stepped up. I mean, Lazard had 6 catches. Lewis had 4 catches. And I mean, even though Devontae had like 10, I mean, but that's his go-to guy. That's his guy.
Yeah, 100% it is.
You have so many different things happening now for this team. Do I think I think they actually played around with this team.
Yeah, I mean
My dog going off.
They actually played around with him for a minute to give him, I think they just gave him a little bit of vote of confidence because again, going into the game, it was the fact that will the Bears finally get over the hump and beat Aaron Rodgers? It didn't happen, but at the same time, like on the other side of the ball, this is another learning experience for Justin Fields as well too. Like this is like he's got to take this type of stuff and say, listen, this is another game that I need to keep in the back of my mind going forward into next year. Because again, he very well could see Aaron Rodgers again. We don't know. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen. They got to pay somebody. They got to pay Devontae or they got to pay him. But at the end of the day, Justin Fields got to be like, all right, cool. This is what happened in this game. Now I got to take that and be like, okay, I know when we go play Green Bay, it's gonna be that type of game. Can I be the one to actually break what's happening for Chicago and get them over the hump to beat Green Bay? But again, this Green Bay team right now just is it's to be honest, it's my pick to win it.
They're definitely gonna be dangerous. That's for sure.
I just gotta be real, man, because again, these boys when they signed Randall Cobb, I was like, yo, that just done it for me. That done it for me 100%. Like I don't know any other way to better get prepared to make it to the Super Bowl for them to win. Bring in a guy that has been there, played with Aaron Rodgers, that knows how Aaron Rodgers is, and take off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So that's what I'm saying, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough for the Bears, but again, Green Bay, definitely my pick.
I think they're gonna be a problem. Yeah. I really do. What they got going on, they got both run and pass going. Defense is nice. I mean, it could be dangerous. Yeah. Again, they're definitely hot going down. Like I said, I'd like to know if they were really what they really would have put up. I mean, what would have really happened if they were really? I think, like I said, I think they played around with them. That made the Bears feel good about themselves for a minute, and then they showed them like, nah, bro. It's not really that.
Right. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Again, Green Bay is a tough team. And I hate to say that because again, that's my brother's team, but man, I gotta give them respect. Gotta give them all the respect right now. Because they doing their thing, man. But we had a lot of other games on yesterday too. I mean, yesterday, not just these games that we highlighting, but we had a lot of the not really top Sundays games that happened, and we got to speedball through these even, when we was doing our picks on the last show. But we had games like the Jaguars and the Titans. It is what it is, me, right?
Yeah. I mean, these are them games, bro. I've been speaking about these games.
It is what it is, bro. Like, I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it. Like, I mean,
honestly, they need to get Urban Meyer out of there,
bro.
They need to get him out now. Like, don't wait till the end of the season. Get this man out of there because this man is turmoil in himself. There's so much drama around this guy. Like, people were telling him how he's been in meetings and stuff like that. And I mean, like, this dude sounds like a straight, you know what?
Listen, Urban Meyer is living his best life.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He right now, I'm going to say he's going through some things.
What you mean?
He got some things.
What you mean he going
through? What is that thing? Life crisis. He going through a crisis now where he thinks he's young.
Listen, man.
He out there being with them boys.
It ain't his fault he went to the bar, man. He chilling, you know what I'm saying? The girls want to grind all up on him, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's...
Urban like a little Philly touchy. He's
got to go. He's got to go.
But then
he got to get rid of him now.
Look, he's trying to coach a group of guys.
He lost that locker room. You can't tell me that locker room. Any of them dudes buy into that man.
They probably hanging with him. He probably hanging with them. They probably have me. You know what I'm saying? They probably got some club at their house. You know,
some of the stuff I've been reading about him down there, bro, is wild. Like, he's like, I read one today. He's like, oh, if there's a source leaking stuff, they're fired instantly on the spot right after this post is made. I was like,
My God, bro. My God.
I'm like, you gotta
Urban
go.
Meyer.
I'm like, you gotta go, Urban.
But the Jaguars take the L, man. 20-0. 20-0 against the Titans, man, which I kind of knew that was going to happen, man. So
Yeah, but they don't even want to play for the guy. That's what I'm talking about. See,
Right.
they don't even want to play for this guy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play for him.
Don't play for him.
He's lost the team. You got to get rid of him now, bro.
They're essentially a college team, man. They're a college team, and it is what it is, man.
Urban needs to go back to college, go create some more turmoil, leave the college again like he does. He goes and creates all this bull crap. Like, this is him, bro. He's a drama-filled coach.
Facts.
He's done it in college. Every time he creates some turmoil, I gotta go.
Facts.
Catch you on the next time. Leaves all the drama there for them to clean up. This guy is not my coach. He's not my coach.
And then another game was not really top Sunday's game was the Saints and the Jets.
Just let me down.
Jet fans, listen, man. We're gonna keep saying this I'm gonna keep saying this all the time. I need Jet fans to be here, man. I need some rhyme or reason. How is it possible that you're a Jets fan? I'm just trying to figure this out. Now, we just talked about blood pressure, boiling, your stress level, going crazy, and all this other stuff. But this right here, bro.
I think they're accepting of. I think they're accepting of the Jets, man. You know, I think those fans got it. They're very accepting that. Hey, we understand we're about to lose, but just make it look like we're gonna play, you know. But they can't seem to make it look that way.
I mean, I knew the Saints was gonna possibly beat them, but I didn't think like this, like they stole something. I mean, they had Alvin Kamara come back.
Yeah, man, Kamara went off yesterday.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. But how? I just want to know, how is it that you become a Jets fan? I don't get it.
I think you got. I'd imagine you probably have to be born into that.
Yeah, I guess so, because like I said, I only know two. I only know two in my life.
I think I know one.
One?
One, and that's Raw Dog.
That's
crazy. I think that's it. I don't know any other Jets fans that I know of, unless they just undercover Jets fans and they don't say it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't get it, man. I don't understand what the issue is and how you do that. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. This is an important call.
Good. Take your break if you need to. But yeah, I mean, this is one of them games, bro. I don't know. I think this is weird. Like, you gotta look at these teams, guys. A lot of these teams down the stretch now, they're kind of over it, flated. Lated teams. I mean, Kamara busting for 120 yards. Taysom Hill hits him for 73. They had all their touchdowns came from running.
All right, sorry about that interruption, guys, but I'm a parent, so we gotta do it. we gotta do it.
I was like, break time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to take and come back, whatever. But yeah, let's get through these not Sunday games. Again, so again, I just don't understand how it is that you are a Jets fan like that. That just doesn't. That I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You gotta go out.
Yeah, but again, we had
right back. I gotta let the dog out.
We got Seattle taking against the Texans is another game that we didn't really care too much about. Again, I mean, Seattle beating up on them 33-13. We didn't expect the Texans to win that game. Seattle's been rolling as of lately. They're trying to make statements for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, so it is what it is, man. We just don't. These games are games that we definitely wasn't expecting to look. The 2-11 Texans, come on, man. you didn't expect them to win that game. Like nobody expects them to win that game. So those are games that you really didn't even have to think about watching, you know. And we had the Lions taking on the Broncos. Lions getting blasted 38-10. The Broncos honoring that victory and taking that victory and honoring Demaryius Thomas, who passed away earlier in the week. So I thought that was a good thing for them to actually go out there and play their hearts out for the DT, man, because DT was one of the great Broncos receivers. So at the end of the day, I think that was well fitting to win that game in Denver against the Lions, who continue to just lose. They got one win now, so they're good. We had the Giants taking on the Chargers, losing 37-21. I mean, there's nothing else to say. The Chargers, they're definitely trying to make a statement to be one of the top AFC teams as well. They 8-5 record now. Justin Herbert, my fantasy quarterback, doing me another favor, getting me more points this week to help me win. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much. But this last one that we're going to talk about here on the not really top Sunday games, which we didn't think was going to be really, really a not top Sunday game. But then again, we did, because it was the Falcons taking on the Panthers and beating the Panthers 29-21. Somebody getting ready to have to answer in Carolina. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't look like Tepper's going to take too much. We seen Joe Brady go. Matt Rule's on the hot seat. I've been saying he on the hot seat. Smee don't think so. I don't think, but he on the hot seat.
Ooh, Matt Rule?
Yeah. Cam might be on the hot seat.
Cam's gone.
Cam might be on the hot seat.
Cam got benched again.
Yeah, he got benched again.
He's a security blanket right now for them. That's it. But he's done. He did it. Cam had a shot. This is where Cam had a shot to prove he was able to play again, and he's not.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But this guy, like, I mean, the Panthers, man, they just. I was thinking that this might rejuvenate him, but it's not. Yeah, he was saying he was back.
I mean, he's scoring touchdowns. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
who do you blame this on though? You can't.
I feel like they keep pulling him. They expect him to be perfect, and they keep pulling him. And I mean, like, I don't know. It's a weird situation with them. Honestly,
it's not really. I mean, I don't think they expect him to be perfect. He just has to live up to what he is. Like, I mean, granted, he was the Panther quarterback that carried them to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they lost, but everybody in Carolina thinks the sun rises sets in Cam Newton. They just do. But right now, dude, again, I don't think he was physically ready to be back on the team. Because again, we know how he does. Let's just be real about it. Like, you know, you come out here, Cam ain't nothing but a fashion show. I mean, the dude just want to chill. I mean, he got his cigar bars. He got all his other stuff that he dealing with. Let that dude do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you not showing. And I did say that if he cannot throw that ball 15 yards on a touch pass, he was in trouble. And he can't do it. I don't think he can do it, man. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. I think he's done. I think his NFL career is going to be done with, unless it's some team that like Dyer needs him. If Cam's anything, he'll be a backup.
Right. And he's definitely not wanting to be a backup. That's one thing about Cam.
Your career's over.
He's not trying to be a backup.
I mean, it's either that. You either accept that, hey, you're a backup now, and you're not at the top of your game.
That dude's not trying to be
go sit at home on the couch, man.
Yeah, just sit there. You'll be all right. He'll be all right. But again, those are the games, man, like for the Sunday that a lot of us didn't really too much care for. Again, you see how they ended. A lot of them lopsided. Just that one with
Right.
the Falcons beating the Panthers. I didn't expect it, but it happened. So again, it is a
And you
division
did call
game.
it though. You did.
Yeah, it's a division
You did.
game. It's a division game. So I mean, you got to take it for what it is. But moving on, man, to this matchup tonight, though, I'm looking forward to this one. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. A divisional game. The Rams taking on the Cardinals in Arizona. I don't even know if I should. Y'all already know who I'm gonna pick. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna let Smee start it out.
It's Arizona for me. I don't think the Rams have what it takes to beat them. They're too inconsistent, and you know that defense going to be coming for Matthew Stafford. We know how he is when he has pressure.
Yep.
He just throws the ball, and believe me, them boys ain't letting that ball float in the air. It is not happening.
Nope.
No, sir.
Nope. Again, the Rams, I said it before, and I wish I had a sound clip, but I can act it right now. Rams, your defense is soft. 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 There's no way you win this game tonight.
No.
I'm sorry. No way.
If they lose this game, I don't know football no more. If we lose this game, we're just gonna have to just like throw stuff up in the air, flip coins for now on.
all I need them to do. One thing I need from the Rams. That's it. I need you to throw Cooper Kupp about 4 passes. Let him complete them. They ain't got to be a touchdown. Just let him get some yards. He on my fantasy squad. I just need the points just to secure the win. That's all.
He said I need the point.
That's all.
So that's how you picking them now?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need from
you picking about your fantasy team?
That's it. But when it comes down to this game, man, listen, you got Kyler Murray back. I think D Hop is back too tonight. So I mean, even with JJ,
D Hop been back.
Listen,
he was back last week.
Even with JJ being out, and Zach Kerr, all those other guys on the Chase Edmonds, all of that guy, that don't even matter. That don't even matter for Arizona. Because at the end of the day, we know what Kyler Murray can do alone with just with D Hop, man. They're gonna eat him up. Odell ain't ready for nothing. I mean, I don't even think we see him tonight. To be honest, I don't even think his name will be on the screen as completing passes. He might get 2 at most. That's it. Probably about a good 5 or 6 yard gains. But other than that, Arizona is a powerhouse team. They're definitely outright winning the division 10-2 record. Like I mean, I can't take nothing from them. They in my division. But I need go ahead and beat the Rams. Y'all go ahead and beat them tonight. We're gonna give them they got 3 more games, and they got to come and see me again, and I'm gonna beat them again, and we'll let them know they are who we thought they were. Trash. Yes, I said it. They're trash, but the Cardinals definitely take this game, and I say they probably gonna win it by 28. 28. They might even just blow them out. Like Rams might not even score. Because, again, Matthew Stafford is not who he is. He really was hyped up to be coming into L.A. Yeah, he threw a couple balls, but Matthew Stafford still Matthew Stafford in Detroit. Let's be real, man. That dude can't see nothing. He can't see the field. He throwing interceptions all over the place. You know what it is, man. Like, it's crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, Henderson isn't Henderson questionable for this game tonight for the Rams?
I'm not sure.
I think so. I think I read that somewhere that he is. But
see if they have any inactives up.
But one of the unsung heroes for me for Arizona too is Connor. Cause every time I watch him, man, this dude, when he was in Pittsburgh, you didn't hear that much about him. And I'm starting to think now that Pittsburgh may have wanted to keep him around. That might have would have helped them out. But Connor is, man, he is legit. This guy is legit. He's a good back. I love to watch him play. Well, I mean, again, the Rams are hurt. Rams hurt tonight. And I'm thinking about I may even sidecast this game just so I can pick at Rams fans. So,
man, I mean, they got, let's see, who were you asking about?
Henderson.
Henderson was limited in practice. They don't have him out.
Okay.
Yet. Okay. So limited in practice. And Doubtful right now or
That can
center
hurt them.
Brian Allen
That can hurt them even
for the
worse.
Rams. Odell Beckham didn't participate. Cornerback Deontay Dion,
Jeez.
questionable, didn't participate in practice. Aaron Donald
Jeez.
didn't participate.
That's terrible.
Their tackle, their Andrew Whitworth didn't participate.
Jeez.
Terrell Lewis, their linebacker, is questionable.
Wow.
Buda Baker, he did not participate in practice. Their tackle, Kelvin Beecham didn't participate. Zach Kerr, D line, did not participate. He is out. Justin Pug, the guard calf, is limited, questionable. Rodney Hudson, center, didn't participate.
Jeez. Yeah, so they it seemed like to me they don't want to win the game. They don't even want to get close to try to win the game. They just want to forfeit. Let them forfeit then. Let them forfeit. But my picks tonight definitely going with the Cards. I mean, you taking the Cards as well, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. No questions.
So we ain't gonna make that mistake no more. Nah, we
ain't. Absolutely. I can't go with the Rams, man. They're just not playing good football, and just the way that Matthew Stafford's just playing when he gets pressure, man. I just can't. I can't ride that one.
Right. I feel you, 100%. But man, like that's what I'm saying. Like the NFL is so crazy when it comes to these matchups. We still don't know who win the Super Bowl. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of things that could turn over the next couple of weeks. The next 4 weeks, we could see something happen. But again, doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Just as long as the Rams getting beaten, we keeping the ties rolling in the NFC West to let them fall off and let me move up. That's all that matters. All right. But this next topic right here, man, is crazy. Coming out of the college football world. Auburn Tiger fans, man, listen, I know y'all hurt. I know y'all are hurt. Bo Nix is leaving Auburn. Quarterback Bo Nix, who has been there for the past 3 seasons, man, is stated to his plans are to transfer as a graduate quarterback. I mean, he's a former freshman SEC Player of the Year in 2019. He got injured toward the end of this season, but I think a lot of the people in Auburn really ride with Bo Nix, and they were hoping for a comeback, but now he's thinking of leaving. So I don't know.
Oh, he's entered. He's entered. Transfer.
I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna work for him, man.
He's going down to I think UFC or UCF or
UCF.
Something like that. Cool.
So that's where his the coach was that he came in with, and
right.
like that right there can show you that it doesn't matter what the school is doing. It's a matter of who's coaching me, and with him, I don't know what this means for Auburn right now. Because again, we looking at the SEC schools trying to stack a little bit. And when I say stack, a lot of people say Brian Kelly coming to LSU is gonna help.
I mean, he's not the only big one. They got you have USC quarterback going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people moving, entering this transfer carousel here in college football. Like it's kind of getting, I don't know, it's kind of weird that everybody was like, it's like I'm out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I don't get what is really meaning for him though at this point. Like it seems like if you played there most of your career and you've done pretty good things, again, we know going to UCF is not going to get you a national championship. Yeah, it may help improve your draft stock a little bit, but I think I would think playing in the SEC is the best choice to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's like right now, they're currently in this carousel that they got going on here for the transfer portal. I mean, you have Texas A&M quarterback Zach Cazalza. He's going. You have USC's quarterback. You have Auburn.
Spencer Rattler's in there too, right?
Yep. Oklahoma, Ohio State, their guy going. LSU, Max Johnson. Indiana, Michael Penix Jr., Ohio State. Jack Miller's in there now. You have Nebraska's Adrian Martinez in there now. UCF quarterback Dylan Gabrielle. So I mean, maybe Gabrielle jumps because he knows Bo's coming.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean. So he's not going to play. So he's making a change. Purdue's quarterback Jack Plummer is in there. So I mean, there's a list of quarterbacks making a move here, and I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah,
as you said, I mean, some of these guys have been. I mean, look at USC. That guy's been there for a while, and he's actually been pretty productive. He's over 7,000 yards, 58 touchdowns.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, at this point, I would think that these quarterbacks need to stay put because I mean, I don't know if transferring kills your Heisman. If you're in the Heisman talk, that kills your Heisman talk or not. But I don't. I just don't see the point in moving, being that you done been there 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like they're saying the quarterback for Ohio State has transferred to Texas.
Oh, that's terrible.
He reportedly transferred to Texas. Former 5-star QB decommitted from Texas in favor of for Ohio State, but now is going back to Texas.
But this program here, man, again with Auburn, they had a good game against Alabama this year. I mean, that was without Bo Nix, but Bo Nix seems like he's been the face of this program for so long, man. The people of Auburn, I don't know how they're feeling about this. I'm gonna do some talks around because I got a couple of friends that are Auburn fans. I want to know their opinion. I want to know what's going on with that, man. Like, cause again, this just doesn't seem like something that we thought or I thought would have happened, you know, because I'm like, Bo Nix, that's a household name. People chant and rave about Bo Nix. Like, he's just out of here. It's like all of a sudden gone.
Do you think one of these quarterbacks trying to get Alabama?
They probably could.
You think that's what they're trying to do? I mean, since Bryce is leaving?
But the thing is, man, at this point, bro, they can do that, but you already know Alabama brings in recruits, man. They bring in top notch recruits that, you know, Nick Saban is gonna go with who's the best. He ain't gonna go with just because you coming into my program, you win the job. You know, you running my team. That's not how Nick Saban operates.
Oh, I know that.
So 100%. Again, I mean,
I was just saying, man. I mean, with so many of them out there, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had a thought of maybe one of them trying to get Saban to go after them since they are available.
But it's very likely that it will happen though. Again, knowing Alabama's transfer, not transfer, but how they pull in recruits, that's very, very, very likely to happen. And since we're on the topic of Alabama, man, listen, we knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Bryce Young wins the Heisman. This kid, phenomenal. Sophomore quarterback, winning the
Heisman. And declaring for the NFL.
Like, this dude right here, man, he's going to be good. The only thing...
I think he's declaring early.
He is declaring early, but the only thing I worry about with him is his size. He is pretty small to be a quarterback. Like, don't get me wrong, he's
Kyler Murray's small too.
Yeah, but come on. I'm not talking about like that small. I'm talking about like his body physique small. Like, he doesn't, to me, Bryce Young doesn't look like he's that big stop quarterback that can stand back there and take hits from big guys. But at the same time, I got to understand how he works. He has good footwork. He sees down the field very well. Like, I mean, he can improvise and make plays. But we all know, again, college and NFL is two different things. When you got those big guys coming after you,
that's why I honestly think this is a bad move by him. I mean, I get that you're playing, you're trying to put yourself in a position to make some money, and you always risk getting hurt and losing draft stock.
Yeah,
at that position. But I think you haven't played enough football in a pro style. I mean, I don't know how many games he has under him because Wasn't Jalen down there last year
Mm-hmm.
when he's there? I can't remember when he came into the league, but I believe he was there and he was their starter last year. So you got what? You got one season as a starter in the pro offense. I think you gotta play another year, man.
I mean, to be honest, him playing another year with Alabama, I mean, granted, everybody that they got and what they're going to have coming in, they can win it again. They can get to this point to where they are and they can win it. And I'm saying win it again. I don't even know if they're gonna win it, but they could win it because I feel like they're gonna win it. I mean, I know.
I thought you was riding with Cincy, bro.
I'm riding with. Don't get me wrong. I'm riding with the underdog Cincy, man. I am, but again, I can't let my brain go away from what Nick Saban is capable of when it gets to the playoff time. When it gets 100%. To this type of ball play.
Oh man, I feel you 100%. Like I feel you. I mean,
these kids play totally different. That team plays totally different. But again, Bryce Young, kudos to him and shout out to him for winning the Heisman. He did very well, deserved it. His performance this year was outstanding. Watching him and how he, made that team catapult to where they are right now. Like, right. We didn't see them saying, oh, well, they're not going to get there because they had lost that one game. But then you see them get to the SEC championship game, and his performance against Georgia was crazy. Like, he went insane with that, like throwing the ball and all that other stuff because he can sling the ball. It's one thing he can do. So, and that's still going to be a lot more of that to watch coming up here soon. We got starting January? I think that's when those games start. So
yeah, it should be starting in January, and I mean there might be some games that come out a little bit earlier, I believe.
I'm excited to see is the Heisman hype going to take over, and he's going to have bad performances in the playoffs. I don't know, but that's gonna be a fun thing to watch. But we know one thing they ain't got to worry about. One thing they don't have to worry about because they did get the number 1 seed, but the battle for number 1 in college basketball has become a thing when I don't think it should. I always say this. You don't want to be number 1. You do not want to be number 1. Looks like we got the battle for number 1 with Purdue edging out the victory in Saturday, Sunday. I can't get my days mixed up. But edging out the victory against the NC State Wolfpack, man. It was a close game. I actually watched that game. They battled back in to win it in overtime. It was at a point where NC State was up 10, and they were running the floor. NC State was matching the intensity that Purdue puts out on the court. I was like very shocked because, again, I'm a Tar Heel basketball fan, and I'm like, dude, I didn't see this happening. My Tar Heels didn't even do this against Purdue, but NC State showed that they can really get in there and ball, but you got to have more. You got to have a little bit more. And from what they did, it seems like the overtime, Purdue just was able to keep their intensity going. And they go through and they take that victory. And it was really crazy. 82 to 72 ended up winning it by 10 in overtime. Again, Purdue's an exciting team to watch. And I just don't think they need that number 1 on them. Again, this is a great start for them in the past years. We know that they haven't been in this position in a very long time, but I don't think they need to be worried about number 1. But we got Baylor making a case for the number 1 too. So Baylor, both teams.
We had some really good college basketball. Definitely had some. I mean, you had Notre Dame upset the number 10 this weekend. That was in itself crazy game to see Kentucky get knocked off.
Right, and that's crazy. So and this number 1 seed is like flipping. We starting to see it flip every single thing. I mean, every single time. Purdue losing that game, bringing them to 9-1 record, pushes them down to number 3 now. But Baylor's at the number 1 spot. Duke coming in the second. Again. Second. But we very well could see Gonzaga push his way back to the top as well. Because again, this number 1 is just out of the top 5 schools right now. It seems like it's just steady flipping each week. But because again, Baylor's got it this week. Baylor could be playing someone this week, and they can get that they next game. Their next game up, they got to play Oregon. We can see them
Right.
lose that number one come Saturday. Because again, like I
Yeah, I
said,
mean,
nobody wants that number one, man.
you got what? When's college? We got college conferences starting in what, January, correct?
Yeah, most of them. Some of them started playing some games a little early this month, but January it really kicks off, and you'll start to see it go full force. And I don't know. I don't know if they want that, man. I don't know. I don't know if
Man,
I
hey,
don't know anybody
let's
wants the
start to
number
see
one.
what some of these teams are made of. You know what I mean? You're gonna see if these guys are ready for the tournament.
Right, right. Because like I said, I still believe with the tournament this year, it's gonna be smaller schools that are gonna knock some of these bigger boys off. We seen Kentucky lose. I mean, this weekend too. So that tells you like it's a lot that's gonna happen, man. A lot that's gonna happen, bro. Like I mean, I don't know. That's just really strange to me. Really strange
It's-
how everything is just not right now, or the teams are just playing so very well at this point in time of the year. Because like a lot of these teams, you didn't see do that at all.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things like you've been talking about, man. That number one is it's like a red dot on you, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
they lock in on it, they hone in on it,
Yep.
and they're coming, man. Like these teams that like everybody, one of these teams that I don't know why they want to be. I mean, being number one, like you said, it's been wild watching some of these guys come in and they're just dominate. They're
Mm-hmm.
dominating. Like there's gonna like I think we're gonna see that that number one swap a couple people's hands. I
Right.
think it's gonna bounce back between a bunch of these guys in the top 25
Right.
as they keep winning and they start getting into conference play. That I think that's where you're gonna start to see us move around a lot more on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
A conference play is gonna be a big difference and change a lot of different things as these teams get deeper and deeper in their conference play before the tournament.
Right. Right. So like I said, if your team battling for that number one spot, if you're a Baylor fan, Duke fan, Purdue fan, UCLA fan, or Gonzaga fan, listen, man, lose some more games, drop down, cause it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it having it at all, man. Like I said, I'm so glad that Carolina's not ranked at this particular moment. Carolina, if they can make a move to that top 25 spot going into the tournament area, I'll be fine then. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good with it. It's just too much.
Carolina get in the tournament not being ranked.
Huh? Does they get in there? Will they get in
Yeah.
there? I think so. I think so. I think we could. But I mean, we're gonna be ranked regardless going into. I mean, right now, again, we getting that little stuff out of the way. Like I said, we take losses early on. That how we do it. We catch speed toward the end, and we go into the tournament. And I love it because once we've got those losses out of the way, now it's time to ball. Now it's time to really ball. So again, I mean, my Tar Heels, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. We're gonna
Eh,
we're gonna be okay. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. We on break right now. We having us a good time. They're gonna enjoy family and friends. Then we're gonna go play UCLA coming up. We got that one coming up. The top ranked UCLA at number 4. We playing them Saturday, so that's gonna be fun. We win that game. That's really a statement game.
you just gotta get them. Gotta get 'em. I mean, how do you want that to? How would you like it to go down? Like with them, I mean, they're gonna play probably some serious teams here coming up when going into the conference. Would you like to see them get on a little run here and put themselves in a better position, or are you trying to like sit on the outside?
I mean, I never get to the point where I don't think that they should be on a run. I mean, I always think they should run. I think they should run the table, to be honest. But I mean, our team's young. We're young,
Right.
and again, my backcourt with Caleb and RJ, they listen. Those guys are learning game to game that I need to be intensity. I need the full fledged 2.5. That ball come off the rim. I need to be pushing it up the court, and I need to have my guys running with me. Because I mean, the last 2 games we've seen Caleb do that. Caleb's been running the floor. He's had big games, but I still have yet to hear from RJ. When I hear from RJ and Caleb both, I know I'm really rocking and rolling. Because my transfers that came in, Manic, Garcia, and all those guys, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
They're playing their roles. So again, I mean, with 7-2, I ain't mad. We 5-0 at home. I ain't mad at all. We got Furman tomorrow, so that's
right.
That should be an easy win. But Furman is 7-3, so we'll see. We'll see.
That's the ones you got to worry about.
Yep, absolutely.
No name people that come out the woodwork hope to ruin everything.
Yep, absolutely you do, bro. So
that's college basketball though. That's the fun of college basketball.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
those guys sneak around quiet.
But I'm excited to get this started again. Especially since NFL is about to end up. We gotta have something else to watch. And I'm a college basketball fan, so that tells
I'm
you.
with you. I'm ready. I'm so ready for March Madness, bro. You have no idea. Even though my team ain't gonna be there, I'm gonna find somebody to ride with.
But what you think about Coach Thompson finally getting his recognition?
I love it. That's a long time coming, man. That shouldn't have took as long as it did.
I'm with
honestly.
You
I mean, that guy he's done so much in that organization for that school, and to see that finally happen, that was a huge thing for me to see. Like, being a Hoyas fan, like that kind of gave me that weird little chills, you know what I mean? Sometimes.
Yeah.
And because like that, like I said, man, I've been a Hoyas fan for a long time. I mean, a long time. And man, it's been since the 90s. Easy. I was a little kid. I'm from down in that area, so it was either kind of like they're a Maryland fan, or you're going to be a Hoya fan. And I was definitely going to be a Hoya fan back then. I mean, look at what came out of the Hoyas back then. I mean, you had Patrick Ewing, you had Iverson, you had Keon Juan, you had Alonzo Mourning.
And a lot of them cats was still they were at the game the other night too. That showed mad respect for Coach Thompson right there, man.
That's what I'm saying, but like, I don't like. It's so crazy that you probably never see that type coaching again there. The type of recruiting they had. I mean, that's a big law school. So, I mean, I don't see the Hoyas being relevant for a long time, if they ever are relevant ever again.
You don't?
No.
Dog, man, that's crazy.
But I'm still riding with them, regardless.
That's crazy.
Because I'm loyal to my teams. Hey, I just don't think they had the recruiting like they used to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the recruiting is. They haven't been in the tournament. I can't remember the last time they've been in the tournament. Honestly,
it's been woo.
It's been a hike. I'm gonna actually look it up right now. I think you're closing on
about 6 to 7 years now.
It might be longer than that.
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
For a team like that, the Hoyas, boy, listen. Last tournament appearance.
And Hoyas appeared.
Bro, that's tough. That's tough if it's been that long, man. March Madness. The NIT doesn't count either, by the way. So if you
that's what I said. NIT
don't count, man.
Hoyas have appeared. They haven't been in since 2007.
Sheesh, that's a long time.
I told you it's been a hike.
That's a long time.
It's been a hike.
That is a long time, bro. Long time right there, man.
It's been a minute. Like I said, it's just their recruiting is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. Like, I would like to see some of these players come back. Like, see some of these guys come back and start coaching. Not gonna lie. Like, I would take a Patrick Ewing down there. I think he actually did it at one point in time. He was down there doing something with them. I like to see him. Morning, like see one of the guys come back and try to get that recruiting because I mean, just getting those names in there like that. I mean, you see what it does in college with
Mm-hmm.
these other schools that are no name schools, like with Dion and them guys doing what they're doing, how it changed the recruiting for them.
Right.
I like to see one of these guys come back and put their name in there. Like I mean, like it would probably be wild, but I'd like to see Allen Iverson come back and coach.
That's definitely not gonna happen. Allen Iverson's living a family life now, man.
Wouldn't that be wild though? I mean, like, could you imagine? I think if you brought
You know, it's
Iverson
a
back
lot
as a
of people
coach,
that's
bro,
going against it.
boy,
Though.
that 100%.
A lot of people go against that, man. That's
I'm
crazy.
looking right now. I mean, it's they've been in like the Big East tournament and stuff like that and done fairly well, but they have not been able to do anything to come to March Madness. And like,
Yeah, Patrick Ewing is at Georgetown, Drunky. He's a coach.
yeah, he's down there, but he's not. I don't think he's a head coach. I think he's like an assistant coach or something like that.
But they won big over Syracuse, though. So you know, I mean,
It said in 2021 they made it. They were in the first rounds and lost to Colorado.
I'm just saying, man, don't count your
And
boys
that's the NCAA
out.
tournament.
Don't
So
count your boys out, man. Don't count your boys out.
Right now, that division is ugly, bro.
Listen, man,
They're at the bottom, and I don't think they've been doing too good.
Don't count your boy out, boy. Don't count your boy out, man.
Basketball. Let me see if I can get the rankings right now.
Where y'all at? Y'all like probably at the bottom.
Yeah, we were at the bottom.
Sheesh.
We were way at the bottom.
That's tough.
Like the teams, like it was ugly. Like it was like they had us by a lot too. Like the Big East here, so yeah, we're still down there. I mean, we closing the gap. We're on a 2-game win streak. So I mean, but they are like the thing is what's kind of weird is that they've only lost 1 game at home, and they're 0-1 away.
Yeah.
But they have 4 losses, so I don't know where the 4th loss comes from.
Wow.
So, I don't know how good this record is, but right now, like, I mean, they still have a chance to push in here. I mean, most of these teams are 7-3, 8-3, 8-2. I mean, they can get on a run and knock some of these guys off. I mean, Villanova just took a big L, which is huge. They just took a L, and Villanova's in their conference. So,
but Villanova took that L to Baylor though. So
yes,
when they took that to Baylor again is #1 team right now. How long?
Seton Hall, we don't know. You got Seton Hall at the top up here playing good. Providence is playing good. I'd like to see what happens because they haven't played any conference games. So hopefully they can go hard in their conference and pull them back up. So
yeah,
that's all I got to wish for. Hopefully they can they can get conference play and move on up.
Yeah, I hear you. Whoa, but again, man, that's it. Hey. We're gonna ring the bell on it. We're gonna ring the bell on the show today. But I appreciate y'all again for rocking out, hanging out with us, man. I know we didn't get to really I seen somebody